Action. So today we're going to take a look at this Gonz Boy from DAMTOYS collaborating with the Machining Krieger developer or creator and also Cold Dog. So this is the second version of the Gonz Boy. The first one was the Gonz Boy U2, which I did review back in the day. And this is the business type variant, I guess. If you guys could see there. Yeah. I played with him a bit a few days ago, and he does have the same head sculpt. So the only difference is the paint apps and his eyeball, the yellow thing. But yeah, there's the box. It's not really interesting, really. It's like you got the Gonz Boy drawing there, and then you got like a blurred out Tokyo City in the background. So it's kind of lackluster. The design of the box, which is kind of sad. I don't know. Could have done more to advertise the figure a bit more, but well, there it is. So with that being said, let's take a look at this very sad salaryman. And here he is, the Gonz Boy salaryman, and yeah, as you can see, he does have the same head sculpt as the Gonz Boy U2. But yeah, look at the tailoring on this guy. It's nice, and he does have articulated fingers, which the Gonz Boy U2 didn't have. You could articulate a bit, but that's as much as you can get it, and that's how much I want to go without breaking it. It's not like 3A individual knuckles. These are just one finger articulated one way. You can see the shoes here. Now, I don't think this is pleather. I think this is just a very believable plastic that looks like pleather, so you don't have to worry about degradation. But yeah, this is him. This is the Gonz Boy, I guess, salaryman variant. He doesn't really have a name, unless that's his name, if anybody could translate that. I tried Google Translate and it doesn't come out with anything. I tried Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Cantonese. It doesn't pick up. So if anybody could read that, please let me know in the comments as to what this says. And it does have like these little fiddly bits. True to form to Kao Yokoyama's designs, they do have these, antenna bits, flare bits. Yeah, this is him. And he does have a light up feature. Unfortunately, it's not really bright, if you guys could see. I did put fresh batteries in him, but it's not, you don't really see he's not really bright. Maybe that's why he's a sad salaryman. He's not a bright guy. But yeah, this is him. This is him. I got him because I wanted to pair him with the Gonz U2, so you have one businessman, one astronaut. So this is him. And he does come with a lot of cool and retro stuff, so let's take a look at that. Transition. Briefcase, table, ramen, phone, face mask, chopstick with ramen, teardrop, screwdriver. And this is stuff the Gonz Boy comes with. So let's take a look at his bar, table, ramen, table eating stationary place. So this is like a table, like a bar table to eat, to drink. And I think it's made of wood. It does have that wood feeling to it. I don't think it's plastic, but I could be wrong. And it's very nicely done with all these creases and all that. I think this is wood, truthfully, because it's a lot of effort to sculpt just a table with all this stuff. But I could be wrong again. Don't listen to me. So this is the table. It does what it's supposed to do. It holds all this stuff well. You could have them posed with this. And yeah, it's very nice accessory. Next we have his little briefcase from the 1980s. If you guys have seen this before, your dads probably had it. It is a very tacky orange leather type school bag, leather bag, business bag. But it is nicely done. You could see some weathering effect here when the leather is worn down here. It's got some zippers there. This is articulated. Yeah, reminds me of my dad's briefcase back in the day. Or my mom's briefcase when she was a teacher. Just open it up and you see like files and stuff. Focus. Why aren't you focusing? never mind. So this is a briefcase. Next up, we have his retro style 90s, late 90s cell phone. Now, if you guys are old enough to know what these are, these things are shit heavy. I remember the day when my dad had 2 of these. I think I broke one because I tore out the battery, but yeah, this is one of them. This thing could really hurt you if it fell on you, especially the battery. The battery is like 80% of the weight of this thing. Unfortunately, it has no dials, no numbers here, no detail, no weathering effect either. It's just a standard phone piece, but you know what? I think it's nice. You don't need a lot of detail with this thing, so that's the phone. He doesn't really hold it well, unfortunately. Although he has articulated fingers, it does slip out of him. So I'm thinking of putting blue tack on him, on this thing, to stabilize it on his hand. Next up, we have his face mask. Very topical. But I think in Japan, people do wear face masks even before the pandemic. It's to be polite and all that. But it's tailored nicely. This thing doesn't really stretch a whole lot when he's wearing it, so you don't have to worry about it being worn down and being loose over time. Yep, it holds very well on his face. So that's his face mask. Next up, we have his chopsticks. Not much to say really, it's just this chopstick with a chopstick holder. I mean, it's detailed. You can see some rigid. Well, you can see some ribbing here. Yeah, it's all glued together, so you don't have to worry about losing small parts. And he does come with a ramen one. You could pose him eating with the ramen with this, so you can see there. Now, making him hold this is kind of a bitch to do, but it is possible. You just have to be really patient with it. And next up, we have his dinner after work dinner. His sad little ramen bowl. So you can see the ramen there. You can see the soup effect. You can see the steak slices there, the beef slices. Yeah, it's a nice sheen to it. So it doesn't look so boring. It does have some reflective qualities to it. Unfortunately, the bowl is just white though. There's no decorations or Japanese style ceramic type bowl. But I think it's alright. And next up we have his teardrop. Now this is like to indicate he's worried or he's sad, or it's one of those anime things really. It does peg into his head very well, so you don't have to worry about it breaking off. It does stay there very well. So that's his little teardrop. And then lastly you have his screwdriver. Now this isn't really a accessory, this is a tool to help you access his battery compartment. So, I don't know, you could give this to another figure if you want. I'm planning to give this to Curly, the robot, and put it in his toolbox. So that's his little screwdriver. Oh yeah, he does come with a little stupid instruction manual. So here's the stupid little instruction manual this guy comes with. It's basically to show you how to put the batteries in, really. I think this is kind of an afterthought. So it does use LR 41 watt button batteries. You need 3 of them, and this is basically how to show them. So you unscrew it, you stick it in, you screw it back in, and this is where it's indicated. So yeah, a cute little instruction graphic. So with that being said, let's take all this junk onto our salary boy. And here's the Gonz Boy salary man, all kitted up with all his accessories. Now there is one missing, the teardrop one, which I'm going to attempt to stick it on his face. Now there is a hole on his head here. You just basically plug it in. So if I could do this on camera without dropping him. There we go. So this is him posed up like he came home. Not home, he came to a restaurant late, getting a late dinner, and he's getting a phone call from his boss, like he's missing a report or something. Yeah, so this is the pose I'm going to stick him in. And forgot to mention that he does come with a little graphic, not postcard, but a little graphic, what do you call, illustration of him. So like he's pondering life or something. And you can see Yokoyama, Cold Dog, and DAMTOYS. If anybody could read what this guy is saying, please let me know, because I did try Google Translate and Google does not recognize any of the languages I input. So he does come with that, so I'm gonna frame that and stick it on my closet with the rest of these DAMTOYS stickers and postcards and graphics they give out with these figures. So let's do a little comparison with the Gonz Boy U2. And here are both the Gonz Boys, the Gonz Boy U2 and the Gonz Boy Businessman. I always thought the U2 was like a spacecraft, but apparently it's not. It's like a huge jet plane that goes in the atmosphere or something. So he's not really an astronaut, he's more like a pilot. But yeah, this is both of them together. Very nice figures, very not well-known figures, truthfully. And the aftermarket price for these guys go way up after they're sold out everywhere. So if you guys have a chance to get them, then don't hesitate, don't wait, get them, because these guys are fun. If you guys like steampunk or are a fan of Kao Yokoyama's stuff, then this is the one for you, because it's very interesting, very futuristic, very cyberpunk, very conceptual as well. Especially this guy. It's just fucking stupid, really. You have this guy with a retro phone eating ramen. I mean, how dumb can you get with this figure? So with that being said, let's stick these guys in the shelf and see how they look. And this is where I'll stick the Gonz Boy, in this weird hodgepodge area of my collection. Now I really don't know what's going on here. I need to really fix what to put here, because it seems a bit too random for me putting these figures all together. There's no real theme here going on. But that's a problem for future me. So yeah, this is him. This is my little humble review over this weird concept of a Gonz Boy from Kao Yokoyama's design. I mean, this makes sense, like a robot pilot and all that. He looks cool. He has all his hoses and all that. But you never thought of a robot businessman. So it's a nice, fun little concept to have in your display. I like the sheen of that metal paintwork on this guy. It really pops. And the battery seems to be lasting quite a bit. It's been, I think, 3 hours and it's still the same brightness. I wish that was a bit brighter, you know. So yeah, this is my little humble review over this weird guy. So don't hesitate, if you see him, get him, because the aftermarket prices for this guy goes way up real fast. Once he's sold out, his price will like double for some reason. See his suit, very well tailored. So yeah, that's him. Enough gushing, I guess. Time to end it. So with that being said, thanks for watching. If this was helpful, then great. If it wasn't, then great. And with that being said, go get him.